चरण नमोस्तुते गुरुदेवा
चरण नमोस्तुते गुरुदेवा
विद्यादायक गुरुदेवा
विद्यादायक गुरुदेवा
विद्यादायक गुरुदेवा
विद्यादायक गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा
जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा
जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
प्रेम स्वरूपा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा जय श्री स्वामी
विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा
जय श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा
श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा
ओम अवतार शिशाय नमः ओम विश्वमाय नमः ओम दिवकर समुद्रताय नमः ओम सूक्ष्मतनवे नमः ओम चिन्मयाय नमः ओम गुरुमूर्तये नमः ओम सुंदराय नमः ओम सुवचनाय नमः ओम सुमुखाय नमः ओम चरुवसाय नमः ओम केशवाय नमः ओम पद्मभुजाय नमः ओम मंदगमनाय नमः ओम चरुम्बरधरिणे नमः ओम ब्रह्माय नमः ओम मंजिरस्तपकाय नमः ओम शिरजिववर्षकाय नमः ओम गायत्री अच्वने नमः ओम अर्पण स्वीकारकाय नमः ओम विष्णु पूजकाय नमः
ओम नमो नारायण येति मंत्रोपासकाय नमः
ओम स्वरमयाय नमः ओम मधुरगंधाय नमः ओम कृष्ण संकीर्तनरूपाय नमः ओम स्तोत्रप्रियाय नमः ओम मितभाषिणे नमः ओम वाग्मिने नमः ओम चित्रकला विशरदाय नमः ओम व्रतधराय नमः ओम सदवे नमः ओम जगत्पन्थाय नमः ओम सर्वलोकहिताय नमः ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः
Om Surgaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Niyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Shubhikshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Arshitaya Namaha, Om Arthaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janatanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Ligachana Pratsakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkaropasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishukaya Namaha, Om Sattvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Ashintyaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyakraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodaya Namaha, Om Vinayashivaya Namaha, Om Savashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Kshamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Divikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Saumyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimutatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Jyotidaraya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Guratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Arishvara Margadarshakaya Namaha, Om Kujasa Jagantakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamantra Samadhyaya Namaha, Om Kshaman Bhavavartakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Ato Devavantano Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Prativya Saptadamapi Itam Vishnu Vichakrame Tredani Tate Padam Samodamasya Bhagam Sure Treni Pada Vichakrame Vishnu Gopahatabhya Arato Dharmani Dharene Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vitani Paspase Indrasya Yuja Saga Tad Vishnu Parama Paragum Sada Pashanti Suraya Divi Vachakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagru Vagum Sasamindate Vishnuya Paramam Padam. Om Trimataraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimai Tano Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Trimataraya सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रियवराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्।
गोविन्द। ॐ वक्रतुण्ड
महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समाप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
श्री कृष्ण
विष्णु मधुसूदन केतवारे नारायण अच्युत त्रिविक्रम चक्रपाले दैत्यादि सज्जधर श्रीधर वासुदेव गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्री रुक्मिणी स्वभवनास हरे मुरारे राधेश गोप शिशुरूप ब्रह्मादिवन्द्या श्रीधार कर्षय वैकुण्ठपते भुवनेकमूर्ते गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। मीनाकृलेखमतरूप वराहमूर्ते वे विक्रमाय भुवने राम राम श्रीराम कृष्ण यदुनन्दन काकिरूपा गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। गोविन्द माधव मुकुन्द परात्परेश दामोदर अच्युतधर नन्द कदारिशौरि गो गोप गोपीजन संवृत दीनबन्धो गोपीजनाप्रिय हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीराधिशायि भुजगाधिपतापशायि सद्भक्तहि सदनशायि रमाङ्गशायि श्रीगोपभामविदुतापसुखाधिशायि गो गोपवल्लभ हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीकश्यपात्रिसुखनारद गौतमादि ब्रह्मर्षि सङ्गमनि सङ्गभारतेषु तिष्ठन्ति देवता दर्शन भाग्यहेतो गोपाल शङ्कर हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। मन्दार जाति तुलसी नरमालिकायै Shori Padmo Bhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padmadinata Hare Tava Suprabhatam Vrindata Vedi Haranaya Mahendra Vandya Gandhar Padarpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siva Chandana Lipya Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Dira Mayanga Dina Davishora Supushpahara Nila Mudana Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shiva Shri Jambavati Satya Sutanti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Potya Kajare Ishtanti Nina Bhavame Tava Sevanada Gopi Manapri Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyutananda Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapale Namami Diga Murayuna Nisham Vadanti Nami Murta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam
Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Nipatanti Yanisha Bhuri Krutama Papa Shri Krishna Graitoka Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Chintamani Prakarasalma Shakalpa Vriksha Laksha Vitesha Suravira Vipalayanta Lakshmi Sahasra Shaka Sambrama Sevyamana Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Venum Prananta Manavinda Tavaya Tasha Bhavadatam Salasitam Pura Sundarana Kandarpa Kotika Maniya Vishesha Shobha Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Alola Chandra Kavasavana Maya Vanshi Ratnagana Pranaya Keri Kavavilasa Shyama Tribanga Laritanyata Prakasha Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Angani Asa Sakalendra Vriti Manti Vashanti Panti Kalayanti Shiranjaganti Ananda Shimaya Sadushvala Vigrahasya Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Advaita Achyutamanati Ananta Rupa Adyam Purana Purusham Navayo Mananja Vedeshu Durlabha Madurlabha Atma Bhakto Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayo Ratati Manaso Muni Pungamana Sogyasti Atra Pavasinga Vishinta Tate Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Ekopya Sura Charitam Jagadanda Koti Yat Shakti Rasi Jagadanda Chayananta Ananta Rasta Paramanu Chayanta Rasta Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami
Purushantamam bhajami. Yabhava bhavitadhiyo manujastateva samprapya rupamahimasanayana bhushaha shuteya eva nigamat pratikastu bhanti Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Ananda Chimaya Rasa Pratibhavitadis Tavirya eva nijarupataya kalabi Goloka eva nivasatya vinanta bhuto Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Premanjanachurita bhakti vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yashama Sundarana Chintya Gunasvarupa Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Ramadi Murti Shukalani Amena Tishta Nanavataram Karopu Vaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhava Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagananda Koti Koti Shashesha Vasudhari Vibhuti Vinam Tabrahmanishkalamananta Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Maya yasya jagaranda shatani sute Pregunyatati shayareda vitayamana Sarvavalambi parasattva vishuddha sattva Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Ananda Chimaya Rasatmakaya Manashu Yatranina Pratipala Smaratamupetya Virayatena Bhuvanani Gayaja Chashram Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Golokanambi Nijadami Tareja Tasya Devi Maheshari Dama Suteshu Teshu Tete Prabhava Nishaya Vijitashayena Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Shri 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 Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vipati Durga Ichana Rupamapi Yasya Chashesha Tesha Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Shri Ram Yatagati Vikara Vishesha Yoga Sanjayatena Yudata Prati Asti Heto Yasham Bhutamapi Tata Samupati Karya Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Dipachireva Ida Shantaramabhupetya Dipayate Vigrita Hetu Samana Dharma Yastadva Eva Ida Vishnu Daya Vivati Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Yakarata Bhajane Bhajati Sayoga Nigramananta Jagadanda Saroma Kupa Adhara Shakti Mavalanda Param Samurti Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Yaseka Nishna Siddhakala Vatavalamya Jivanti Loma Vidacha Jagadandanata Vishnu Mahansa Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. Govindamadi Purushantamam bhajami. सकलेषु निजेषु तेजः श्रियन्ति अप्रकटयत्तनिदान्तगात्रा ब्रह्माय एष जगदन्तविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विहृदाय कुम्भा गन्धे प्रणामसमये स जनार्दनाचः दीनां विनान्तुमहरस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्मही गगननम्बुमरुदिशश्च कालस्तपद्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयानि यस्मा भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यञ्च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरेश सरिता सकलाग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजः यस्य जलप्रमथि संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मोत्तपापनिशयश्रुतयस्तपंसि रामादिगीतपदगामतयश्च जीवः यादात्तमात्रविभवा प्रकृता प्रभावा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्मिन्द्रगोपलकवेन्द्रहरोसकर्म बन्धानरूपफलभाजमनातनोति कर्माणि लीलयति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजाप्रलयादिभीति वत्सायमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावये सञ्चित्तस्य सविचिन्तनुना पुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द सर्वकरण गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
Om Agnanam Timidandasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmi Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev. Good morning. This morning's Srimad Bhagavatam verse comes from Canto 3, Chapter 5, verse 2. Vuduruvacha Sukya Karmani Karito Loko Na Te Sukham Vanya Uparamamba Vindeta Bhuyastata Eva Dukham Yad Atra Yukam Bhagavan Vandana. Vidur said, O great sage, everyone in this world engages in fruitive activities to attain happiness. But one finds neither satiation nor the mitigation of distress. On the contrary, one is only aggravated by such activities. Please, therefore, give us directions on how one should live for real happiness. So this comes from the story after the demise of the Yadu clan. Uddhava went to see Krishna to try and understand why it had all happened. And that conversation became the Uddhava Gita, which is the 11th canto of the Bhagavatam. And after the Lord left, Uddhava was on his travels, and he met up with Vidur, who had left Hastinapur and was on pilgrimage. And Vidur asked Uddhava to please explain this great wisdom that he had received. And because Uddhava was younger than Vidur, it wasn't appropriate for him to educate Vidur. So he told Vidur to go find sage Maitreya Muni, who was nearby, and to inquire about all the truths concerning the Lord, his name, his fame, his qualities, his form, his pastimes, and his entourage, everything about him. So Vidur went to go see sage Maitreya. And so the first question he asks was this one, which is, please tell us how one should live for real happiness. And it's interesting because I grew up, as probably many of you did, with this idea that happiness was to be found through sense gratification or by being somebody. So we grow up, my mom was my first guru, as all of us, and I grew up with being rewarded with food. So if I did a good job, I got an ice cream cone. If I did a really good job, I got a new toy. So I learned that these accumulation of things and food was a real sense gratification, and that's what meant success. But I was also taught by my mother from the time I was very young that I was to go to college to find a husband, and I would get a degree to fall back on in case I ever needed it, but God forbid I need it. So I grew up with these ideals, and I was following Haridesh. And as life would have it, it didn't turn out quite the way she expected it to. And when she passed away unexpectedly, when I was much older in life, I realized that when she died, this idea of what would bring happiness also died, because none of these edicts had ever worked for me. I did get married, I did have a family, but I wasn't happy. And I didn't know why. I married a doctor. That was as good as you could get in America. And we had money, we had freedom, we had everything. But I wasn't happy. So eventually, I left that marriage. My kids grew up. They went to live with their father. And I was lost. So I was trying to figure out a way to find happiness. So that food and those things that had provided sense gratification growing up no longer satisfied that. And so it became a numbing thing. So instead of having an ice cream when I did something good, it was eating a pint of ice cream when things didn't go the way I wanted it to. And so this behavior of sense gratification turns against us at some point in time, which is actually a good thing, but it didn't seem like a good thing at the time. Because what it does is it sends us to look for something more sustainable, something that is really going to fulfill us, which put me on the path to spirituality. And I found, as many did, the autobiography of a yogi. And in that, I learned about the guru, a real guru. And I read that this idea that there was someone who could lead you to sustainable happiness, which led me to Guruji eventually, and to come to the 18 days of the Bhagavad Gita. And through that 18 days of the Bhagavad Gita, I started to learn real spiritual truths, that we are more than this body, that we have a body for one purpose, and that is to realize God. And it is only through realizing God and finding this ultimate purpose of this realization that we can truly be happy. I also learned that we can serve something greater than ourselves. because my whole life I had been just serving myself. And I realized that the idea of serving something greater than myself actually brought more happiness than I ever had from the patterns that I had had growing up. So these are two myths that we are educated into from the time we're very young. This idea that sense gratification will bring happiness, and this idea of being somebody. I was the wife of a doctor. And when that didn't work, I became a business owner, and I became famous in my field of study. And I had my own business. I was making money and all of these things, but none of that brought happiness. So these myths that we're raised with are part of the spiritual challenge that we must overcome, because we have this early programming, and this programming is very difficult to counteract, especially when we're unconscious about it. So that's why that's a myth. This idea that says, if I do this, if I have that, if I am that, then I'll be happy. And as Guruji teaches us, it's not about that, because it's all that creates a dependency and an attachment to something outside of ourselves. And we will always be disappointed with that, because it's temporary. That ice cream that tastes really good on the first 10 bites starts feeling not so great after the half pint or the gallon. Or what is it in here? Big amount. And the alcohol that tastes good in the first few sips, after a while you just start feeling dizzy and you wake up with a hangover in the morning. Or you get a closet full of clothes and you just go, it's just not working anymore. Or you have one relationship after another, and it just doesn't satisfy. So these idea that happiness comes from worldly things, eventually we wake up to the realization that it's just not true. And this idea of being somebody by your association with someone else, or by your degrees, or by your accomplishments, is also short-lived. And there's a story about, I think it was Krishna and Arjuna were traveling, and they went to a hut, or they ran into a merchant who was very happy and was very happy to meet Krishna, and said, "Oh, Krishna, please bless me." So Krishna blessed him to be even more wealthy and even more successful. And Arjuna was a little confused by this. And they went on, and they found a farmer who opened his home and gave him the last milk from his goat and was saying, "Here, Krishna, please take this. This is all I have, but I want to give it to you." And in the morning, Krishna blessed him that his goat died. So he had nothing left. And so Arjuna is so confused, saying, "What is going on here? Why did you bless the rich man with more riches and the poor man with the only thing he had for the goat to die?" And Krishna said, "Well, the rich man was only going to want more and more and more. And if he gets more and more and more, then he will find out sooner rather than later that that will not satisfy him. And the poor man had nothing, and he gave everything. So I want to give him everything, so I took the only thing that was standing between him and me away, which was the goat. Maybe it was a cow." And so this idea that in spirituality, true spirituality, what we need to pursue is our relationship with God, our relationship with the divine. And the only way we really can learn about that is through the gift of a true master, the grace of a master who brings us knowledge. Knowledge in the form of scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam, but also knowledge that comes from experience. And one of the beautiful things about Guruji is he teaches us through experience. And even though you never see his hand directly in the experience, those of us who've been around long enough, we all know that it's his hand in everything. And we see that he is orchestrating everything. And Krishna speaks about this in the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna says, it's all just me. There's nothing but me. And once we begin to wake up to this idea, we stop doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. Albert Einstein said that's the definition of insanity, to do the same things over again and again, expecting different results. So when you stop pursuing these sense gratifications, you stop trying to be somebody, and you start realizing that the best thing is to offer everything to the Lord. It is through this service to our deities, to Guruji, to God. That's where true happiness comes. And it's not something that's on the outside. It's something we feel on the inside. And when we begin to feel that on the inside, we realize that that happiness is attached to something eternal. It is attached to something that is far greater than us. And we stop serving ourselves and we start serving something greater. So the steps of transformation. The first one is to have this aha moment where you realize, oh, these things are not bringing me happiness. And no matter how many more I get, it's not going to give me any more happiness because they are not eternal. And the second step is to release them. So how do we let go of these old patterns? Growing up with these ideals, I knew I had them, but I didn't realize what a trap they were. And it was only later in life when I started to see that these ideals of being the wife of a doctor, being a business owner, having lots of money, doing this, doing that, having these things, it was only after I realized that those things weren't satisfying and fulfilling that I could begin to make a conscious choice to say, this pattern's not going to work. Let me find something else. So I redirected my attention to something greater, following the Bhagavad Gita, following Guruji, following a master who knew the source of true happiness lies in the eternal and not in the material world. Through Guruji, I learned how to do service to the deities, not to get something, but to just purely to give something. And that joy of giving is so satisfying. And it seems entirely contrary to all of that early programming that I had and we all have. So we have to first realize that the path we're on isn't going to work. We have to release it, letting go of old patterns and beliefs and ideas. And we have to redirect our attention to something else, something greater. And by the grace of a guru who knows the source of ultimate happiness, that's when we learn about the loving service to the Lord. So back to this verse. Vidur was speaking to sage Maitreya and said, "O great sage, everyone in the world engages in fruitive activities to attain happiness. But one finds neither cessation, which means satisfaction, nor the mitigation of distress, which means relief from distress. On the contrary, one is only aggravated by such activities. So please, therefore, give us direction on how we should live for real happiness." So the sage then goes on to tell how to find this true happiness. So just remember, these two myths of life are about sense gratification and becoming somebody will make you happy, when in fact they won't. And the only thing that will make you happy is to become nobody, as Guruji has been speaking about lately. And that by being nobody, we realize that it is only God who is in everything. It is only Him that is the doer of everything. And it is only Him serving Himself. And that realization, that understanding that solidifies inside of us will be the source of our true happiness. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Hare
Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev.
Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev, 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Vishwananda Gurudev, 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Om Gurudev, Gurudev, Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Gurudev, Gurudev, Shri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Gurudev, Gurudev, Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Gurudev, Gurudev, Shri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Jai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gora Hari Bol.
Om Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrinda Devi.
Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrinda Devi.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radhe Shyam, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Radhe Shyam, Jaya Sitaram.
Jaya Radhe Shyam, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Radhe Shyam, Jaya Sitaram.
Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Gurudev, 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev. Sadgurudeva Maharaj ki jai.
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma.
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma.
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma.
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma.
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma.
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma 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 Devi Ma,
Shri Ravani Ma, Jotavani 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 Ma,
Baharavani Ma, Jai Jagat Janani Devi Ma,
Paravani Ma, Jagadjanani Devi Ma,
Baharavani Ma, Jai Jagat Janani Devi Ma,
Paravani Ma, Jagadjanani Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma 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 Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Shri Ravani Ma, Jotavani 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 Ma,
Sahadavani Ma, Jai Jagat Janani Devi Ma,
Paravani Ma, Jai Jagadjanani Devi Ma,
Baharavani Ma, Jai Jagat Janani Devi Ma,
Paravani Ma, Jai Jagadjanani Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Shiravani Ma, Jotavani Ma, Shiravani Ma, Jotavani Ma,
Shri Ravani Ma, Jai Jagadjanani Devi Ma,
Shiravani Ma, Jotavani Devi Ma,
Ravani Ma, Jai Jagadjanani Ma,
Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai
Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma,
Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma, Jai Jai Vaishnavi Devi Ma.
Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jaya Govinda Radhe Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Gopala,
Govinda Radhe Gopala, Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jaya Govinda Radhe Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jaya Radhe Gopala,
Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Govinda Govinda Gopala,
O Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala,
O Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jaya Govinda Radhe 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 Gopala,
Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Govinda Govinda Radhe Gopala. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yajiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yajiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yajindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yajindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Prabhachidame Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Prabhachidame Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yajiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yajiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Sari Rama Pratisthitaya Mangala Mangala Me Sari Rama Pratisthitaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridandatarini Goladajaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridandatarini Goladajaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Rangeshai Kaitarataya Mangala Mangala Me Rangeshai Kaitarataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Janon ke Sankata Dasa Janon ke Sankata Shanami Dur Kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo Jave Pala Pave Dukha Vinase Manaka Swami Dukha Vinase Manaka Sukha Sampati Karave Sukha Sampati Karave Kashtami Vedanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Tuma Mere Sharan Graham Ki Saki Swami Sharan Graham Ki Saki Tuma Bina Ora Na Duja Tuma Bina Ora Na Duja Asya Karumi Ji Saki Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagar Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Veer Sevaka Tuma Swami Veer Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Oreka Gochar Samake Pranapati Swami Samake Pranapati Kisa विषय विकार मिटाओ पापारो देवा स्वामी पापारो देवा श्राद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्राद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट शरण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे मन चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी मन चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी ओ चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी माने चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी श्याम माने चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गोविंद माने चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरिधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणा त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव गोविन्द असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतागमय ॐ शान्ति 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 लोका समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम
Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Mandir ki Shri Radha Krishna Kanelali ki Shri Mahavata Kriya Babaji ki Shri Ramanujacharya ki Pense bolo Sadgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Jai
Om Kli Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavalabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakarma mantra yantra tantra oshadastra shastrani samaraya samaraya vijor mochaya mochaya Om namo bhagavate mahasudarshanaya dipti jvala paritaya samajik shopana humpaj parashmaye parabrahmane paramjyotishe swaha Om shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam
Vem cantar a mana Govinda Gopika Jivanis Marana Govinda Bhakta Vatsala Govinda 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 Govinda